Hi friends, this is DaintyTank. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to AIdol. AIdol. The Artificial Intelligence Idol. I thought this was a cool game. It popped up in the Queer Games bundle. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely go see it. I think it's available through July 15th, but take a look. A lot of my games that I find are through the Queer Games bundle. I always enjoy them. I hope that you are excited for this one as much as I am. Because look at this, it's just cute! And honestly, there is actual AI idols? Like, that's a real thing that's happening right now. So I think it's very interesting. Let's do it. Alright. The night is dark and cool. A soft but insistent wind blows through the streets, shaking trees and catching coats so the passing pedestrians shiver. Hands are inserted firmly into pockets, and all eyes are focused down on the gray sidewalk. Street lamps flicker at intervals, dotting the ground with pools of bright synthetic light. A few moths flutter about. Yes, a few moths flutter about the artificial glow. Despite. Desperate? I can read. I actually have a brain hit from a while ago, because I used to play rugby. And so words are fun sometimes. Hang in there with me. Desperate for warmth in the bitter cold. Tires screech across the tarmac. Headlights flicker. A horn honks. Beep. It's my horn. In the corner of the cityscape, nestled between large glass buildings, as though it has always been there and always will be, is the headquarters of one of the most well-known manufacturers of idols. Lyric. L-Y-R-I-Q? Lyric? Lyric. I see what you did there. Lyric. Yes, manufacturers, in the most literal sense of the word. Oh. Programmer. Yes, I am a programmer. Oh, in what language are you a programmer? In machine learning, there's only a few that are available to you. Please don't do this. A man's voice cracks. He holds one hand against his chest, his eyes large and imploring. Imploring! His tie is crumpled and his collar crooked. His forehead is slick with sweat despite the chill night air. I've worked so hard for this cause, you know that. You should know. I've been here since the very beginning, so why? The man straightens his back, but his voice trembles. So does his body. His arms fall against his sides. The tendons beneath his skin tense and his fingers clench into fists though the action doesn't promise violence. He's always been a retiring sort. He has to be. It's not possible to make it to the top if you have a temper. Not at Lyric. The president has no use for workers who argue back. The programmer knows this. He knows simply by standing here. He's just digging his own grave. But what other choice does he have? Why are you doing this to me? The president surveys the harried programmer, his fingers steepled together. His eyes are cold and hard. Are you not already aware of your position? I'd appreciate it if you could be more transparent, sir. Well, it's fairly simple. Lyric is an influential company. It is only by keeping our employees on a tight leash that we have been able to dominate the market so thoroughly. We will not tolerate insubordination. It is as simple as that. But! The president raises a hand. He looks disapprovingly, like a father scolding a naughty child. It stings. Please cease complaining. You should have known what would happen the moment you tampered with various files. Oh, tampering. tampering is bad. Here's the thing: is tampered is a very vague term here. Various files. Usually, there's in a development sense, there's a changelog or version log, version software that you're using in a repository. So you have to actually pull in requests to get information. You pull down the information, then the code, and then you do a push, and you push and commit that code back up. So tampering with various files is either going outside of the versioning system and doing a hard direct update to the repository through a backdoor, or you're messing with deep systems files. I'm betting it's deep systems files if they're talking about that. Your behavior could be considered hacking, legally speaking. You're lucky we are not pursuing this matter further. Now hold on. I'm sorry. You're gonna get all of my nerdiness on this one because I actually do this. Hacking is not really an offense, really. Like, hacking is such a vague term. It's not what's actually prosecuted. They actually do go after any sort of electronic file and passcode tampering. Those are something that you can go in and get some trouble in. But hacking as a term is not something that you just say. It's not something that's like legally binding. There's electronic statutes from 1984 as well as I think 2001 and 2002 that in the US are used to prosecute the majority of individuals who do go and break through and tamper with files. Generally, it's more trying to collect and steal information. So they either break in through a backdoor system or even through a third-party platform that just publishes a general admin username. And no one remembered to change the username. Literally, it happens all the time. And this is why, if you were paying attention, please make sure your passwords are unique per each service. I know it sucks, but you have to do it, or else one data leak, and there's data leaks that you just don't know about, and companies sometimes don't know about. One data leak, and then that password is used across a whole slew of different sites to get your stuff. I didn't do anything of the sort. That isn't true. We have it on file. Your account accessed and edited several files beyond your authorization. Interesting. Okay. Now, generally, you can see who last edited. You can't really always see who last accessed the file. Not unless you're just using just a tracker software onto an individual end user laptop. However, editing, as soon as you edit, you're tied to it. It's basically like a file information log of like change requests and change pieces. It's that versioning we talked about before. Beyond your authorization, anything that is authorized, of course, you know this from just logging in and being in there. But generally, if you are using your account beyond your authorization, that means really that either someone with a higher authorization used your account, or your account was able to go in a backdoor. Either or. So it's either a hole in your security, or it's someone who's impersonating using the programmer as a scapegoat. Do you have any proof? As the president, I have no obligation to show you any proof. I'm simply stating the facts. The color drains from the programmer's face that it's not that it's immediately apparent. The president's office, far nicer than his cubicle with the notes stuck haphazardly to the pinboard and the rings of numerous coffee cups on the desk, is bathed in darkness. In addition, you have intimate knowledge about the programming of our virtual idols. That makes you a threat to security. Now, usually they would handle that through a severance buyout in which they pay you to stay quiet for a certain number of years. That is something that companies will do. But threatening is also something that is unfortunately very common. The young man opens and closes his mouth with no words come out. There are no words to say. He has already lost. He lost the moment he entered the president's office. The president is not a man to be argued with. It's not possible. His defenses are immaculate, like a chess computer that has studied the moves of thousands upon thousands of professional players. How could a mere human ever hope to face off against a monster like that? You will leave the premises and never return. Any attempts at resistance will be taken seriously. If such an unpleasant situation arises, you will be prosecuted and sent to prison for the damages. As I have said, we are being awfully lenient with you in deference to the time you have poured into our projects. You were a good employee. You worked hard. I respected that. We at Lyric all respected that, and this is the least we can do for you. I have no desire to humiliate you more than you have already been. But that's a lie. It's all a lie. These platitudes are nothing more than a salve to make the pain of dismissal sting less. But they don't work. With that being said, I want to thank you on behalf of Lyric for all the years of dedicated work. Good night. And goodbye. Forever. For a few moments, wild thoughts run through the programmer's head. He imagines taking a step forwards and sinking his fist into the president's jaw. You have to get past those steepled hands first. But the moment passes. He doesn't move. Instead, he stands there, as still as a statue, and breathes slowly. Yes? Why are you still standing here? Do you need somebody to escort you off the premises? The young man shakes his head. He's already been humiliated enough tonight. That would be the final straw. It is quite a right, but it isn't. My apologies, I'll see myself out. Very good. Then, as you will. The president's voice is as hard as steel. It leaves no room for argument. The programmer wants to ask what will happen to his belongings, but he doesn't have too many items in his office he really cares about. Just his mug, the potted plant, and a few photographs. Knowing the efficiency of Lyric Corp, they'll have packed all of that for him already. His mug and his plant and photographs might be waiting for him on the doorstep of an apartment in a cardboard box with his name written on it. That sounds unfortunately right for corporate. They actually have it primed so that way as soon as they say, like, we're letting you go, we shut down your stuff with just literally a couple button presses, everything's shut off immediately. And they cut access quick. He sniffs. His eyes are moist. He isn't going to cry, is he? He's too old to cry, but he tries to remain cool and calm. Dignified. What else does he have left? It sucks. Oh, hi! That's a change in tone. Hello! You're precious. Do. Look at you! Shuko, Yuko, Hideki, Makoto, Yasu, Hotaru, Sadako, Aiko. Ooh. Aww. Hello. AIdol. Artificial Intelligence Idol. Hello. The icon's so cute. Oh, hi. Aiko. Okay. Oh. Choco. Hey. Hannah, honey. There's a package for you. For me? Hello, Hannah. That's enough of an incentive to make me take off my headphones. I'm not the kind of girl who gets that excited, as a general rule. Not that it's a real rule or anything. I just mean in today's world, with overpopulation, rising unemployment, and digitalization making a lot of jobs out in the countryside defunct, it's hard to get excited about pretty much anything. I love this already. Yes. Thank you. Other than the impending doom of our civilization. Ah, you are a Gen Z. I understand. That sounds a bit depressing though, so I'll stop. There's no point in getting upset about things I can't change. I mean, I'm just a high school student. Oh, okay, so it's a high school Gen Z-ish vibe. I got you. Also, nihilism comes strong in this generation. I am probably too young to worry about stuff like this. That's what Mom tells me. And speaking of Mom, Hannah, do you need to go up there? And do I need to go up there and get you? No, it's fine. It's just a sec. I exit my room and walk down the stairs, taking them two at a time. My fingers barely brush the handrail. I know, it's not exactly ladylike, but I think everyone gets a say when they hear those 5 magical words. There's a package for you. Never fails to make my heart skip a beat. Oh, you are cute. Are you Mom? Oh my goodness, Hannah. It took you long enough. Sorry, I was listening to music. You're always listening to music? That's why your hair's so messed up. You look like you've been dragged through a hedge. Is there a problem with that? I guess not. But as your mother, it's my duty to make sure you look adorable at all times. I mean, or you could just let your kid there have their own bodily autonomy. You don't need to make it look adorable. Like, the child can have their own appearance and wants and feelings about that. I thought, as your daughter, I already looked adorable to you at all times. Win! Yes, Hannah! Yes! Well, more adorable. Mom's pretty relaxed as far as parents go, but she has this thing about my appearance. She loves fussing over me. I keep my hair short so I don't have to worry about it, but that doesn't stop Mom licking her fingers and patting it down every time our paths cross. You shouldn't obsess about your kid's appearance as heavily, but I get it. What am I, a lion cub? Never mind my hair. Oh. I bat Mom's fingers aside. She didn't initiate the contact, nor did you gain consent to touch Hannah. Don't just touch. That's not how that goes. Mom pouts childishly. She almost looks my age when she does that. It's a little disconcerting. Boop. Lost the cat. Is this the package? I point to the cardboard box lying at the foot of the stairs. I don't really know why I'm asking. It has to be the package because it's the only package in the immediate vicinity, unless this is some kind of cruel joke. Mom isn't the kind of person to pull pranks like that, though. Even if she does act like a kid sometimes. That's right. It arrived only a few minutes ago. Hey, do you mind if I take a sneaky peek at it? If you want, just give me a sec to get it open. I retrieve a knife from the kitchen. Haha. And return to the entrance hall and take a seat on the stairs. I guess I could take the package to my room. It's a lot cozier up there, but I'm too excited. I want to see what's inside the package right now. At the glance, the package doesn't look that important. It's a brown cardboard box sealed with packing tape, just like any other. There is, however, one crucial difference. The Lyric logo is embossed on the side. Has to be that. There's nothing else it could be. Aiko. Mom glances at my face. I think my cheeks are turning red, and she laughs. She takes me in the side with her elbow. You look like a maiden who's fallen in love for the first time. Also, glad that it's just, like, casual, like, that's fine. Yes, good. Mom! My face burns. I dig her back. I know she's joking, but that might not be too far from the truth. My obsession with Aiko isn't that dissimilar to love. But that's ridiculous. For one thing, Aiko isn't even a real person. She's a virtual idol. For another, it's not like I'll ever meet her. She's a celebrity loved by millions, whereas I'm just Hannah. And that's okay. You can just be Hannah, and that's fine. Agawa Hannah. Apologies. Japanese words. Agawa Hannah, a 17-year-old high school student who lives in Fukuoka. I'm going to butcher names, and I apologize. I listen to a lot of music. I don't have many friends, and my hair's short and choppy because taking care of it is a pain. I understand. That about covers it, yeah. There's nothing special to see here. Aiko, however, Aiko really is special. I'm glad Mom, well, maybe not understands, but she at least accepts my Aiko obsession. I mean, to me, it's kind of like a Hatsume Miku type of obsession. It's like absolutely understandable. You really love it. It means a lot to you. And like, there is a lot of like merch and connections with with idols specifically. And parasocial relationships are always a big deal. And they feel so connected and real in how we interact as a society. However, you know, going to a romance element is a little bit of a newer concept, so, we'll see. Sometimes she pokes fun at my hobby. It's not hard to do given my room's like a shrine to Aiko-related merch, but she's never nasty about it. She doesn't sneer. That's a lot better than some people's mothers. Come on, Hannah, open it. She does, however, get very excited whenever a new package arrives for me. Okay, calm down. My grip on the knife tightens. I bring it to the box, pressing the blade against one of the flaps, slicing the package tape open with a well-practiced motion. It's the motion of a person who lives solely for Aiko-related merch bought on the World Wide Web. I don't know how many boxes like this I've opened over the past couple of years. I've lost count. You counted them? This piece of merch, however, is special. It sits in the box, surrounded by styrofoam shapes and bubble wrap. I love the bubble wrap. I think everyone does. It pops satisfyingly between my fingers when I peel it away. Ooh, let me have a go. Sure. I hand a strip of bubble wrap over to my mom, which she pops contentedly between her manicured nails. So what did you get, Hannah? Turn the object over in my hand. Now, divested of its wrappings, it is excitedly another box. A bright pink, emblazoned with images of Aiko. It's what's inside the box, however, that's really important. It's a limited edition Aiko figure. I managed to get it on pre-order. I sigh softly, holding the box to my chest, the figure inside still unseen by my unworthy mortal eyes rattles. Judging by the photos online, the figure has a lot of fiddly little details. I hope none of them snapped off during transit. That's happened to me before on my Christmas Aiko figure I bought last year. I was pretty cut up about it at the time. Maybe that's why I haven't opened the box yet. I want to bask in this feeling of satisfaction for a little while longer. I didn't think I'd be able to get her. I mean, she was pretty pricey, and you know how popular Aiko is. Yes. Mom smiles, she's popping bubble wrap. What a kid. I know only too well. I was about to say, where do you get the money for those? It still doesn't feel real. Well, it is real. If anyone deserves that limited edition figure, Hannah, you do. Nobody loves Aiko as much as you. Thanks. I set the unopened box to one side shyly, coiling a strand of hair about one finger. I've had a space cleared on my shelf for this figure for a few months. Now I can finally put her where she belongs. The other Aikos will be less lonely now. I'm sure they'll be happy to have a new little sister. My figurines are sisters, are they? Since they look so alike. They are all of Aiko after all. Twins might be more fitting. But I have more than 2 of them. Just how many Echo fingers do I have? 25? 30? I think I've lost count after 18. That is a lot. So, what do you call 20-something children born to a single mother who are all identical? Is there even a name for that? Detroit Become Human. I don't know. You know, Hannah, Mom's finally set the bubble wrap down. She looks a little more serious than usual. You're so serious about Aiko that it's a bad thing. She's cute, and while I don't know much about music, her songs are so catchy. It's hard not to smile when you listen to her. I just think it might be a good thing if you put your energy into some other things too. Not saying you should stop collecting Aiko merchandise, because I know how much she means to you, but it might be a good idea if you tried making a few more friends. Mom looks at me, hopefully, her head tilted to one side. Just a sprinkling? How can I make a sprinkling of friends? Maybe it's like cooking, you know? You add a sprinkling of sesame seeds. I don't follow. And I'm also not that good at cooking. I'm going about all this. It's all wrong. That isn't what I mean. Mom folds her arms and she frowns. Just like that. You know, Nadeshiko's daughter, little Yuko? Yuko isn't that little, Mom. She's 3 years older than me. We went to the same high school, but Yuko's already graduated. Didn't she audition at Lyric? She's working as an idol now. Well, how about this? I know how much you love idols, so why don't you try and channel your passion into something more productive? Have you ever thought about becoming an idol yourself? Oh, I mean, it's kind of hard to become an idol. I think I'd be less surprised if Mom's head turned into a chicken's. Normally, you'd expect a mother-daughter conversation about the subject of idols to be a polar opposite of this. The impassioned daughter who is begging, her eyes wide, mascara smeared for dramatic effect, if she could please audition at Lyric, while the mother would be shaking her head sternly. Don't be silly, Sakura. Why Sakura? It's the first name that came to my mind, maybe. Maybe it's because of that magical girl anime I used to like when I was little. Card capture, Sakura. I see you. You have your studies. You don't waste your time chasing after dreams that might never come true. But my mom isn't like that. She's not Sakura's mom. She's seriously, genuinely asking me. Sounds like she's very supportive of, like, you trying new things. Honestly, not a bad thing. She wants me to become an idol. My mom is kind of amazing in more ways than one. Unfortunately, I'm not too sure about that. I like idols a lot, but doesn't mean I want to be one. But it would do wonders for your social skills, honey. Think about it. It would give you opportunities you could only dream about. You met so many new people. So many new people. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. There was a buzz. And that's the part that's making me feel like throwing up. I'm not really a people person. Really, I couldn't. It's not for me. Could you imagine me on a stage singing? It's a recipe for disaster. Might not be able to cook, but even I can tell that much. I know it'd be hard for you, sweetie, but I've heard you singing in the shower. You have a good voice. Go, go, Gadget Choco. Supportive mom is here. It's a little unpolished, yes, but I don't think you're any worse than some of those so-called idols you hear on the radio. In fact, you're even better. That Aoka Tsubasa? Tsubasa might not have a good voice, but she's appeared on several TV dramas. She's a good actress. She's outgoing, too, unlike me. Don't put yourself down like that, dear. I'm not saying this because I'm your mother. I really think you could do it. Maybe. But I have high school to worry about, then college. There isn't enough time. This is really the flip of, like, the Sakura experience here. I know you're so serious about your studies, and I respect that. I really, truly do. I just wish that half the student you are when I wish I'd been half the student you are when I was your age. But you need to go out too. Go outside. Touch grass. Meet some people. Have some fun. You can't stay inside your room all the time. It just isn't healthy. And touch grass. It hasn't killed me yet. No, it hasn't. Don't be so maudlin? Don't be so maudly. I just want to try. I just want you to try. College can wait. Honestly, that is something that I do want to point out, is that just because there was the expectation of like high school, then college, then blah blah blah, that doesn't mean it needs to be your experience. I definitely recommend at least high school. Go through and finish out that. College can wait. You know, it's not something you have to do immediately. Unless that's what you're excited to do. Totally fair. It's up to you where you go. Your father and I don't mind supporting you while you experiment with things. That's awesome. I'm glad you can do that. That's what life is about. Experimentation. You don't grow as a person if you don't try new things. Oh, okay, fine. If you want me to, I suppose I could give it a go? Oh, Hannah. Mom's eyes lit up. I swear I could see hearts in her pupils. Do you really, truly mean it? If it'll get you off my back. There's nothing stopping me from auditioning at Lyric. They host new auditions all the time. They're always on the lookout for a fresh talent, like some kind of all-consuming machine. I don't have any real faith in my singing, though. My warbling in the shower is laughable, and my stage presence is even worse. I'm not charming, I'm not charismatic, I'm not pretty. You totally are! Honeybee, you're totally fine. Also, confidence really does come from just telling yourself that you are confident, you are charming, you are charismatic, and you are innately pretty. You just need to convince yourself of that. So don't have anything to worry about. They won't pick me. They definitely won't pick me. There's so many talented girls out there in Fukuoka. I don't have a chance. Unless they know probably a Wikipedia of everything that Aiko has done. That might be something that they look for. I'll do the stupid audition. I'll make myself look like an idiot. And then I'll come home and hide on the internet and at least say I tried. What else can Mom ask for? It's foolproof. Uh-huh. Oh, this is unbearable. I sighed, tugging at the hem of my shirt and shift forwards on the seat of my swivel chair. It's pretty old and creaks in protest, but who has enough money to worry about chairs when they could buy new Aiko merchandise? Me fair? And people usually say I'm so sensible. People being my mother. I don't often interact with people. Perching on the edge of my chair like this isn't exactly comfortable, but at least it puts me a little closer to the electric fan. Okay, electric fan sitting on my desk. The breeze runs through my short, choppy hair, making it flutter about my cheeks. A few loose strands tickle my nostrils. Tickle me nostril? No, that sounds wrong. I find I have to fight back a sneeze. On a hot, muggy day like this, my sighs feel warm. I think a sneeze would feel even warmer. I guess that's just how the world is. Global warming, melting ice caps, dying penguins. It keeps getting hotter and hotter during the summers. One day it'll get so hot our planet will flood, and then we will all drown because we don't have gills. Anyways, unless we all turn to fish people. I called it! Unless we all turn into fish people with webbed fingers and toes, we're going to go extinct. Thinking about stuff like that does make me very happy, though. I should focus on the positives. That's what Mom always says. Like, how Mom's Nikujaga is really delicious. Apologies on butchering every single one of these names. Or how I don't need to worry about being an idol because I'm probably fail my audition and how cute my new Aiko figure looks on my shelf. It could be worse. At least I don't have to go to cram school over the summer. My grades are good enough that I could afford to shut up in my room like a hermit, and that suits me just fine. I'm happy like this. Really. I can hermit with my Aiko figures and be perfectly fine. And honestly, I believe you. I do. I believe you. You totally could. Idly humming an Aiko song under my breath, I browse through a popular idol forum. Idol boards on my phone. Idol boards is a forum I frequent a lot, and though I've met a few people on here I kind of consider friends, there are some people on here that, well... Please help me find my programmer. It is of the utmost importance. Sincerely, Aiko. Your programmer, are kind of annoying. More than kind of, actually. I have to stop myself from gritting my teeth together. That won't help matters. It'll just wear down my teeth enamel, then I'll need to go to the dentist, and they have all going outside, which is way too much of a hassle. There's nothing to get mad about. It's probably some child 11 or 12, 13 at a push who thinks this is an RP role-playing board. If they deigned to take 5 minutes to read the rules, they realize role-playing isn't allowed. It can actually get you perma-banned by some of the more serious admins. Maybe I should send them a message, just to let them know. It's not like I have anything better to do. With a small sigh, I click on the private message option by the person's name, username, heart song, how original, and send them a response. Acidic flower. Hey, I don't know if you read the rules, but this isn't a role-playing board. The moderators are pretty strict about this. For your sake, you should probably delete that thread. I mean, honestly, giving them a heads up, really awesome. Good job. You are basically putting the best forward of like, hey, I'm not gonna be mad at you, but this is a thing, just be careful. And honestly, putting positivity on the internet, good job. That's putting yourself out there, and I'm proud of you. Alright, that should do it. I just hope it wasn't too blunt. Dealt with a lot of unpleasant people on the internet, so I tend to be curt and snippy myself. I also have an unfortunate habit of assuming the worst about others. That isn't relegated to my online life. I do that in real life all the time too. Like dead penguins. Ice caps. Yep, anyways. Whatever. It's not like I expect this kid to reply. That's probably why I start in surprise when a new message pops up on my screen. Greetings, Miss, Acidic Flower. However, thank you for your concern. However, I am the real Aiko. You have no need to be alarmed. I am not playing a role other than the role that has been assigned to me by my programmer, and there should be nothing wrong with being myself. Aiko. I mean, you're right. However, this is a fan forum, and not somewhere where most people would assume that you're actually correct. Huh, that's oddly formal. The vocab used in that response is way more advanced than a kid's. I'm not used to being addressed so respectfully. Certainly not online, and the message makes me pause. What in the world? This reads like it was written by my grandmother. That or a bored literature student. Of course, it's not enough to convince me it's the real Aiko. I guess I better reply? I'm sorry, but I find that rather hard to believe. Oh dear, what part are you having trouble accepting, if I may ask? All of it! I accept that this might be shocking, but I'm telling you the truth, I promise you that. I really am the real Aiko. I don't care if you're Cleopatra, this is getting out of hand. It doesn't make any difference to me if you delete your thread or not, but if you leave it up, you'll get in trouble. Trouble? What matter of trouble? A moderator will probably kick you off the idol boards for good, especially if you keep acting like this. If you know what's good for you, you'll stop messing around. It's annoying. Forgive me, I hope I have not offended you, Miss Acidic Flower. As I said, I am telling the truth. I have not been programmed with the capability of telling falsehoods. Sure, whatever. I realize you were probably busy, and I apologize for intruding, but I am in dire need of some assistance, and you're the only person who probably messaged me. Would it be at all possible for us to converse further? Seriously? They want to keep talking? Don't they realize I'm not interested? What a pain. I bite my lower lip. I don't know why, but this whole thing is annoying. It's really annoying. Rarely let myself get worked up by trolls online, but I don't know if this person is a troll or not. They sound sincere enough, but their story just isn't plausible. Neither is it possible. It can't be. Maybe that's why I block them. I don't want them to get my hopes up. As if the real Aiko would ever post on an AIdol forum. I sigh. As if she'd ever talk to me. It's completely ridiculous. Stretch my arms above my head, the bones of my elbows click. That's enough of the AIdol boards for one day. What else can I do? Oh! Maybe that swimsuit Aiko figure is back in stock on AmiAmi? Even if it isn't, looking at more Aiko merchandise should help me calm down. I need to decompress. I need to de-stress. I need to look at Aiko in a swimsuit! But the moment I set my phone down... Oh. My phone lets out a musical chirp. What could that be? I glance at it, brushing a strand of hair behind my ear. The icon on the for Paku Paku, my favorite instant messaging app, is displayed on the screen. You have a new contact! Heartsong sent you a message! I frowned, clicking on the notification. I apologize, Mrs. Acidic Flower, if I annoyed you in any way, but I am in dire need of assistance. I would not joke about such a thing. Aiko. Please, help me. What? How did they get my contact info? There's something very suspicious about all of this. This is a prank, it's an incredibly elaborate one, but something about it rubs me all up the wrong way. Alright. Something beyond the complete stranger from an internet forum adding me as a contact on Paku Paku. It's the way I say she, but Heartsong could be anyone, signs themselves off as Aiko. It all seems so presumptuous. I don't know how you got my Paku Paku ID, but I'll report you for harassment if you keep doing this. It's not funny anymore. I'm sorry, Miss Acidic Flower. I truly am. I know this is unforgivably rude, not to mention intrusive, but I need help. I assure you I am not. I would not resort to such drastic measures if I had any other recourse. I love Heartsong here. Just like, yeah, talking very much in like level 3, tier 3 type of conversation. If you were unavailable, could you perhaps give me another contact with whom I could speak? It is unbecoming to admit such a thing, but there is something I am worried about. There it is again. Aiko. Of all the impertinent things, this girl is an insult to Aiko fans everywhere. If it isn't such a huge fan of Aiko, this casual appropriation of her name wouldn't bother me so much. But I am a fan of Aiko, and it does bother me. It almost bothers me more than being hacked does. Almost. I suppose there is a chance she could be a real Aiko, but... Oh, who am I kidding? I need to teach her a lesson, once and for all. I agree with you, Heartsong. You do need help. You need to help getting over yourself. You're so mean! You're not the real Aiko, and you never will be. You're just a bored anybody who wants attention. Stop living in a dream world and get a life. You're telling people to touch grass. Oh my god. I understand why you feel that way. I apologize for going about this the wrong way. Truly, I do. I only hope I have not upset you too deeply. Aiko. Some people just don't learn. Okay, we're gonna... Oh, hi! Yeah, we're gonna reply to her. Alright, there's something. That's something. I suppose I could accept your apology for now. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. No need to thank me. And you don't need to keep signing your name off on the end of messages. Oh, I don't? I thought it was polite to sign one's name. Like writing a letter? Don't be stupid. You're not writing a letter. This is messaging service. I can already see your screen name. Oh, I see. Well, this should save quite a lot of time. Thank you for telling me, Miss Acidic Flower. It's no problem. I mean, it's just common sense. Some people say I'd rather lacking in that department. I can tell. So why is it? What do you want? I suppose I should tell you what has been troubling me. I can't find my programmer. It is of utmost urgency that I find him or her. How do you know what gender how do you not know what gender your programmer is? It is complicated. I believe I used to know, but the place where that information was stored has since been wiped. Wiped? By who? By Lyric. Why would Lyric do that to their own idol? That is part of the issue. I don't remember. All information pertaining to my true programmer has been deleted. I have been assigned a new head programmer, but I know he is not my original programmer. How can you tell? If he was, he would be more familiar with my internal processing. The plot thickens. I can feel myself getting drawn in. But this is ridiculous. I need to keep my wits about me. Why would Aiko, Lyric's most popular virtual idol, come to me for help? Doesn't add up. You know, unless this is some weird role-playing thing, I still think you're trying to trick me. Do you have any way to substantiate your claims? I will be making an appearance at a convention called AIdol Fest this weekend. Please see the attachment for clarification if you desire further proof. Yep. So, that filter doesn't prove anything. There are adverts all over the town and on the internet. If you come to the event, I will give you a signal during my concert to prove I am who I say I am. Ah. I can feel my heart stuttering inside my chest. Is this for real? Is Aiko the object of my affection? No, adoration? For the last 2 years, truly offering to send me a special signal during her concert? No, I have to think logically. I need to cool down. Let's take this one step at a time. I don't want to sound too excited. Uh-huh. Fine, I wasn't planning to go, but I have to see this for myself. You're on. Thank you, Miss Acidic Flower. You've been a great help. While at the convention, we can talk through this phone app. Let us speak again later. Okay. Oh, a notification comes up telling me the username Heartsong is busy. Busy doing what exactly? Is Heartsong really? If Heartsong really is the real Aiko, she probably has a packed schedule, interviews and photo shoots and appearances on the radio. If Heartsong's some random person on the internet, however, maybe they've just grown tired of their charade. Either way, I should check my internet bank balance carefully. I only had a few coins in there, but if Heartsong can get my Paku Paku ID, they can probably get my account number and login info. Could become quite problematic. Yeah, very much so. Ugh, my heart's still pounding. Need to calm down. Is there any way I can verify this? Maybe I should take a look at Lyric's official website. There must be a section where I can contact them. If anyone knows about Aiko's errant programmer, presuming, of course, that Heartsong's story is true, they will. Why doesn't Aiko ask the staff at Lyric Corp about her programmer? Anyway, I don't get it. Quick search through where Lyric's website gives me the location of their main office. Fortunately, Lyric is a company based out of Fukuoka, and their office doesn't seem too far away. It should only take a half hour or so to get there by train. The only question is, am I really going to do this? Am I really going to go to Lyric's office and ask them about Aiko? I guess I have to. If I want to get to the bottom of things, that should be the easiest way. Let's see if I can tell anything about my conversation with Aiko. But maybe I can make a topic on the idol boards first. Okay. Who made Aiko? This might sound like a weird question, but I was wondering if anyone knew the identity of Aiko's head programmer. I love Aiko, and I thought I should let the programmer know they did a great job. good job of masking that. It's a long shot since the information about virtual idols, programmers is pretty hush-hush, but it never hurts to try. I'm not expecting miracles, though. I've tried to find out about Aiko's programming team in the past, but the few scraps of information I could find were dubious and contradictory, discovered in unreliable forums with less than stellar reputations. I've seen more than my fair share of people pretending to work at Lyric with confidential secret information, so I guess I naturally grew jaded. Now, whenever I see information pertaining to the production of virtual idols on the World Wide Web, I just roll my eyes and scroll on. Not like most people, fans I mean, even care about the programming. It ruins the magic. When you look at it like that, I guess being a programmer is kind of sad. They do so much work and nobody ever thanks them for it. Okay, I just got called out and I feel like that was a stab. Sigh under my breath. Oh well, that's just how life is. Alright, we're gonna leave that there. This is interesting so far. Definitely like... I think it's a very interesting angle. It sounds like it's really a unique take on visual novels, so I'm interested in seeing where this goes. Let me know your thoughts down below. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye!